We're live.
Yay.
All right. Miss Lorraine,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so happy to have you here with me tonight.
It's so exciting to be able to connect with you in this way.
I've been so obsessed since I got you since the moment I got your cards because they're just so special, and there's so many little goodies that come along with it that just make it even more over the top special.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, you guys, that if you're watching this live and you can ask some questions that Lorraine can answer, and if you're catching the replay, you can feel free to um, still put questions and still reach out to Lorraine on Facebook or myself, and we'll shoot back underneath the email, underneath the video, and try and answer your questions and all that. But you are I love to interview creatives that have you know put their time and energy into a product, but it's just not a product. You're saying to me just a little while ago that this is one of your modalities, a sacred tool that you use to really help people. So I'm going to kind of give you the floor a little bit to tell us about your card deck, and even to explain to people about these cosmic laws of creation and what they are and how you use them and how we can all kind of tap into that.
Great. Great. Thank you. So, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. And hi, everybody who's with us tonight. We are gathered here and acknowledging the first cosmic law of group endeavor. And so
Oh,
when
I love
we
that.
Yes, when we gather together, we exponentially increase the energy. And the beautiful thing about group endeavor and this community of yours, Rosie, is that when one person in the group succeeds, everyone benefits.
Mm,
Thank you for calling us all together tonight. And
yeah, I
thank you
love that.
for all of your assistance in getting my cards completed.
Awesome.
Even though it was hell to do,
we
it
have to
great.
I had to just interject with that a minute. When we had done an interview, I interview all of my, all I call it my success interviews of everyone that comes out with their card deck. I love to interview my people, and I asked the question, "How was the creation process for you?" And your answer was, "It was hell." And that was the first time anyone had put it quite so bluntly. And so I was literally like, I mean, I laughed because I was kind of shocked, but then you went on to say all this great stuff. And
Mhm.
and of course, for me, I understood what you meant by that, because the the creation process it's, you're putting your wisdom, yourself into something, and then, the ego kicks in and it does
Absolutely.
all its tricks.
Absolutely. Everything we create is an opportunity for healing and
Mm,
personal
love that.
transformation. And so,
Yeah.
although these cosmic laws are really the tools of my trade as an ordained minister, as a shamanic practitioner, as a transformational teacher, I needed to tap into these laws in order to assist me to create the card deck around
Mm.
laws of creation.
Wow,
So
that's a
it gave,
great story.
it gave me an even deeper understanding of the process and the need for that relationship. And so the cosmic laws of creation
Mm,
continue to affirm their power and their possibility, and they've already, in my second printing, they've already created another version of the cards that
wow.
the believe you received with a little power pouch
Yes.
inside of
I'm
it.
gonna show it. I just love it so much. It's so cute. I just took it out the other day and I was playing with it. I mean, it just adds that little super special touch, which I love. I
Y
love. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, and I didn't even realize that on the back of the shell is all these little mirrors and
Yeah,
stones. Oh my gosh.
it's a natural abalone shell.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Mhm, and, yeah, and this
Wow.
bracelet I'm wearing tonight is made of abalone shell,
Nice.
and so you have the beautiful color, you have that texture, and within the power pouch, there's also a beeswax dripless candle that
Yeah.
adheres to any flat surface,
Yeah,
which
which I got such a kick out of because who knew? I didn't know that such a thing existed. It's like
exactly,
you just can, kind of mold it to the table from like the heated sticks and then you light it and it's
yeah,
amazing.
and there you go, and we
It's
know that cosmic law of light
mm,
says that, it dispels all karmic darkness. So,
yes.
so within that power pouch, there's also, in addition to the abalone shell and and the dripless candle, there's also a clear quartz crystal point, a tiny
Really?
little point.
Oh,
Yes. Mhm.
yeah.
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 And those and and those points have been taken through um, a sacred fire on spring equinox, which is one of the highlights of creativity in the wheel
I
of the
love that.
year. And so everyone
Wow.
has that, that boost of energy. And there's also a little charm that's silver looking and a little
Mhm.
that's gold looking. And
Wow.
so they're in that power pouch to remind us of the silver and the feminine and the gold and the
Mm.
masculine to create to keep creation in balance with all of life, in balance with ourselves. And when you put that all together, it creates a beautiful container when you also light a match and burn that one leaf of California sage
Mm.
to help smudge and create a clear and beautiful space for all of the energy of the cosmic laws to come through and bless your cards and your
Wow.
relationship and elevate the ability of the readings that come to you when you use your card.
And how did you come to be, uh, such a I wanna say fan, but how did the cosmic laws find you and, become so powerful for you in your life?
Well, the cosmic laws are because of my background as a teacher and an ordained minister and the many years of shamanic work and apprenticeship. The cosmic laws are really the backbone of every spiritual concept, whether it's the Hermetics from Egypt or it's modern physicists, right? Those cosmic laws are in play all the time. And to really utilize those laws is, for me, it's the smartest way to create a connection to the power of who we are as human beings with that divine seed of creativity in each of us.
Yeah.
And so to access it is really such a thrill. And I use it with all of my clients. I use it with all of my students. It's an addendum to all of my visioning and communication courses, and they're easily accessible, and they're easy to recognize when you're in the flow and connected to those cosmic laws, and when you're
Right.
not.
Right. Well, yeah, well, I think we know when we're not, right? That's for sure. I think we probably know more when we're not, right? And right.
Yes, yes, and the more we can feel when we are in the flow of the cosmic laws, the more we recognize more quickly when we're not, so that we
Mm,
can adjust. And
right,
the beauty of the laws is that they assist us in adjusting our
right,
thoughts, our behavior, our
right.
perspective.
Well, because we really can make a change in an instant.
Ah,
It's just a decision, right? At any moment. So,
absolutely, the power of choice is abundant in
yeah,
lives.
it
Yes.
really is. I mean, I've never really thought of it quite that way, but it's true. It, it,
Mhm.
it's always available, and something different's always available.
It is, and here's the
Well,
choice card.
I love that.
Yep.
So, Lorraine, a person that, might not be familiar even with them, this is almost like this is a learning tool too, because as you're going through them every day, you start to that you really familiarize yourself, and then you start to feel your way, you know, around your days with them, and so it's
Yes.
really
So one of the ways I use these cards with my students is as flashcards.
mm,
It's as to create a study guide, and with these cards, I also have a free download journal so that you can begin to spend time with not only understanding and examining and deepening a connection to the cosmic laws of creation, but also to begin to create your own affirmations.
mm,
Although there are affirmations on each of the cards, when you personalize it in that way, they become more real to you. So you're right, flashcards, study guides,
yeah,
these are cards that could also be used as conversation pieces, as
mm,
you know, the limit of these cards is only limited by our limited beliefs.
right, right.
So
So you had said so flashcards, and then you also had mentioned their use as a sacred tool. So is there a different way that you would handle them or use them if you were using them as a sacred tool?
to use these cards, and I think any cards that are filled with love and beauty,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to use them as a sacred tool to help and to heal, to transform, to explore is something that begins with intention and expectation, which are also which are also
Oh.
cosmic cosmic laws. The law of expectation is when we expect it, we receive it.
Mm,
And and if you desire to have any of the cards that you've created or that you work with to function as a sacred tool, you create that intention, you examine your thoughts and your expectations around that, and then you take action.
mm,
Action that I mentioned in my card deck is a welcome ritual to welcome the energy and the potential and the beauty and the healing and the love that everyone put into every single deck of cards. You
yeah,
can't create without love.
yeah, this
And
is so
so
true.
it's that love that really steps forward and makes that
Mm,
connection between that deck of cards as just a deck of cards, and that deck of cards that can be utilized as a sacred tool to
I
create.
love that. I love that. I mean, I always say to creators that are like, say, well, you cannot, this has to be something that you joyfully create. So
Yes.
whenever, because that energy is going to infuse them.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
at
and
least a reminder of that, right?
many people tell me that as soon as they took the cards out of the cosmic bags, that they could feel that joy,
Yeah.
that love, that
Oh,
energy.
yeah. It's
No.
so incredibly obvious. Yeah, for sure. I love them. And here's what was just popped up. I love. That's so funny. Yeah. So there, that magical, that intention, they do work from our intention and from our just allowing ourselves to receive the intuition from them, right?
Mhm.
That openness and all of that. So
Yes,
that's
and as I was creating the cards, um, I was able to reflect upon this process of creativity that
mm,
exposed to for me many hidden limited self beliefs,
mm,
patterns that I thought I had circumnavigated, that once again I needed to spiral around and
yeah.
dance with. And so and so when you engage those cosmic laws with the intention to help and to heal, you can truly transform any tool, any item into a source of divination and sacredness.
Mm. Really good. Really, really good. I'm just looking here to see if there's any questions, and I'm not seeing any questions here, but I have a question that I feel it might be a collective feeling that's going on now just from talking to people and everything is the that we're living in very interesting times. And so some people feel stressed, some people feel like there's all kinds of things that can be going on now for the way people are feeling. So um what 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 pull a card for us for the collective on like how what can we do to maybe lighten up around all that's going on, because it's like every day we wake up and there's something else going on.
This is very true.
Yeah.
This is extremely true. So let's pick a card and see what we get. This is beautiful. Mm. All right. So to guide us in these very uncertain times, we have the cosmic law.
Oh, that's a perfect one.
So vision first, vision true, vision big. A vision
Mm,
is a desired thought in alignment with your passion, purpose, true nature, and joy. It's more mutable and expansive than a goal and renders all realistic possibilities and limiting beliefs irrelevant.
mm,
Only change matters. So you embody this law by affirming, I use all the cosmic laws of creation to liberate myself from limiting beliefs about my ability to co-create my life with the universe's help. I create my future with this vision law. So, and
that's so good. So good.
in these times, create a vision.
Yeah.
It make it make it real, stick to it. It's a way to affirm the trajectory of your day.
Yeah. And it's like what we focus on grows, right? So if we're focusing and are envisioning crappy stuff, that's what's going to keep showing up.
That's the cosmic law of increase.
You're right.
Focus on increases. If you
Yeah.
focus on how horrible the day might be, then that's what you'll have more of, that law.
Yeah, I always found that's the most fascinating law to me because you could wake up, you go into the bathroom, you stub your toe on the bed on the way out the door, and then you're like, "Ah, damn it." And then it seems the whole day, the
Mhm.
egg yolk breaks, you
Yeah,
you
it's
bang into a car on the way out, it's like one thing after another. You're like, "Oh my god, this day, I want this day to be over." But we create that day because we're focused on, "Oh, it started shitty and it's just going on that way."
Mhm.
And we really need to realize we don't realize how powerful we are in creating everything.
Exactly.
We don't wanna deal with it when we think we're creating something crappy because we're like, "Why would I do that?" But we do that.
Yeah, yeah, and then we look at patterns, and then we take everything and put it in a big hug of compassion
Hmm.
ourselves, of forgiveness
Yeah.
for being schmucks, and making mistakes, but
And
that's
that self-forgiveness thing
exactly,
is
exactly.
a little more tricky
Mm,
sometimes, right? Because it keeps on clamoring back up at different times, right?
yes,
So
which is why why for me these cosmic laws and these cards are so powerful, because every single one of them creates the desire and
mm,
the possibility beyond intention
mm,
of making the moment or the day or the project or the situation better.
right. Yeah, and they're reminders because just in case you slip and you forget,
Yes,
you're
which
pulling
which is
one.
why I made that little cosmic pouch. So I
Mhm.
carry my cosmic pouch, my little power pouch in
Mm.
my bag. And so when I'm fishing
Wow,
around for my wallet or something, I'll see it, and it will remind me of
that's
the card
interesting.
I pulled that day.
Yeah, and you said something about inviting the cards, right? Inviting the cards in? Or
Yes, yes,
so tell me how do you do that?
to welcome the
Welcome.
cards
Mm.
into your life. Well, the way I did it specifically with this deck of cards was to create that power pouch that has all of the items necessary to create a welcome ritual.
Mm.
So,
Ritual.
yeah, so you light the candle, you burn the smudge, you create an intention, you clear the space, and then if you really are called to move these cards into a higher level of engagement for healing and change, then you take the cards, you bring them, and this is uh, and all these instructions are on the card, in the package, and in the journal. Then you take the cards and you bring them to your heart, and you pause a moment and create that intention
Mm.
and make a heartfelt connection. Then you take these cards and you bring them to your lips so that you make the connection between the readings and how these cards speak to you and how you speak about these laws. And then you bring them to your third eye and you create the intention that these affirming cosmic laws of creation are just the beginning of your exploration,
Mm.
you and your place in the universe. Then you wrap them up in red cloth. And this red cloth, this is a shamanic move here. And you place your cards in the red cloth back into your cosmic bag. and place it in a safe space or on your altar. And the next time you're ready to work with your cards, you simply remove them from the red cloth, and they are imbued with your intentions to use them
Mm.
tool for yourself.
And that's what the red cloth just kind of that's what the red cloth does
The
to kind
red
of
cloth does the color red repels energy,
mm,
right? And so this is a red cotton cloth that keeps all of your intentions into the packet of the card deck, so that whatever else is happening in your environment does not influence that intention.
mm.
And so,
I really like that the whole ritual idea because it gives you the time to get centered, to kind of like like get out of your head a little bit while you
Mhm.
create this whole ritual so they can be even more magical. I think that's a really great thing to do even before you eat or whatever that we kind of forget because we're always rushing. So I love the idea of doing this special
Yeah.
thing before.
And for me, it was the cards. It was the cosmic law in this card deck that encouraged me to make the power pouch and expose people who may not have
Mm,
any previous experience with this type of ritualistic connection of energy in the cards. And so I did my research, and I found my I found my dripless candle that adheres everywhere
yeah.
you place it, and all the little beautiful items in
So
that power pouch.
so which cosmic law was the one that inspired you to do that? You said there was a special cosmic law? I
Yeah,
mean, one
the cosmic law that encouraged me to do that. Let's see if I can find it here. Was the law of pure potentiality
oh. Mhm.
that says human nature is pure potential. Pure potentiality is the source of all creations. It brings the formless into form. Thoughts and feelings naturally materialize when they are aligned with our visions.
Mm,
And so
so
my,
good.
my true nature is pure potentiality. This is my affirmation. I claim my birthright to effortlessly co create my visions of limitless possibilities and rejoice in the inevitability of their successful manifestation.
Beautiful. Perfect. I love it.
And
I love
so
it.
I brought the formless into form, and
Yeah.
that's what encouraged me to make
Mm,
my little power pouch.
I love it. I love it.
I'm so glad that
Very
you
good.
do. So do
Yeah,
I.
I'm just so yeah, I just love them. They're so great. They're so great. I mean, even just all the design work on the front there. It's just super special. Really nice. So we're gonna put I will go back underneath this post and put where you can contact Lorraine to pick up these cards or ask her any questions. And yeah, that's so great. And so somebody can take any card deck that they have and just infuse it with this love and intention as well and get the same results with their own decks.
Exactly. Exactly. And the more you put your feeling into it and connect that to your thoughts about what it is that you want to create, the the stronger that vibration feels its way into these
Mm,
whatever cards you're working
yeah,
with.
very
Absolutely.
nice. Awesome. Well, that was a lot of great information, and I'm gonna my takeaway is gonna be that red cloth idea. I really like that.
Oh,
Just to spark it up a little bit.
yeah. Mhm.
I think
It
that's
needs
great.
to be red, and it needs to be a natural fiber, either
Okay.
silk or cotton
Okay.
or
Excellent.
wool. Yeah. So thank you so much for spending
Yeah.
this time with you today, and all of you listening and watching, get out there and create. I can't wait to make your decks a sacred tool for me.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, thank you so much, Lorraine. All
Thank
right.
you, Rosie.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everyone.
Bye.